You're watching Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
We're ready to believe you.
Welcome to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Jill here with my lovely co-host Nick. And we are in Mount Clemens at the Fantasticon. Thank you for joining us.
And also thanks to our sponsors at Northwestern Tech. And what do we got up first, Jill?
Well, I know most of the fall shows already started, but there are still a few that are coming out, so Q's going to tell us about them.
This is the Q from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and like Jill said, I know most of the shows have already started, but I got a few shows that's coming out that haven't even started yet. We're going to start off with The Librarians. Now, if you like National Treasure, you're going to like The Librarians. And the guy that actually was in Fallen Skies a few years ago, the show I really enjoyed, is coming back, and he's going to be on The Librarians, and he's resuming his place as the head librarian, or Nicolas Cage, or whatever you want to call it. And then the next show we're going to talk about is Thunderbirds Are Go. The original show from back in the 60s is restarting, and they're bringing it all out brand new again.
I take what I want from who I want, whenever I want it.
And I got some excellent news for you Young Justice fans out there. We did it. Good job. We brought it back. Season 3 is a go. They're just trying to find a network. Good job, everybody. Our hard work and hard watching has paid off. And speaking of shows that got canceled, I'm still pissed off that they canceled Dollhouse. Dollhouse with Elisa Dushku as a Joss Whedon production was an excellent show. I mean, who doesn't like hot chicks that can turn into anybody you want them to? Come on, and they saved the world on top of that. Great show. And then if you actually watch the YouTube channel, you know the #1 show I'm pissed off about, Human Target. Human Target was an excellent show. It starred Mark Valley, and sometimes it just seems like that guy can't catch a break. Mark Valley was in there, and he would actually go off and become you if somebody was trying to kill you. And they actually just had him on Arrow, but it wasn't Mark Valley. I didn't really like the way they played him. But if you ever get a chance, you should check those two shows out, Dollhouse and Human Target. This has been the Q from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
All right, now we know the name of the show is Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, but so many of the guys love hard cider here. We thought we'd have Shannon Long tell you a little bit about some of her favorite hard ciders.
Hello, Shannon Long here. This week, we're not talking about beer, we're talking about beer's sweet, sweet cousin, the hard cider. First, we're taking a look at Uncle John's Hard Apple Cider. This gluten-free treat comes in at 6.5% and is a semi-dry style cider. Its light, sparkling color isn't the only thing that's tempting you to try a sip. Good thing this hard cider is available year-round. Octo Rock from Star Cut Cider is one of the most popular hard ciders and comes in at 6.3%. A light body and a semi-sweet flavor leaves this cider smooth and drinkable for whatever the occasion. Finally, we're looking at Virtue Cider's The Cherry Mitten. This one's a doozy. The Cherry Mitten is a hard cider that's been aged in bourbon barrels, and here many think that's only a beer thing. The bourbon takes the edge off of this cider and makes it very balanced and highly drinkable. Virtue Cider is known for their dry ciders, and the Cherry Mitten is an excellent example. So this fall, support your local farmers and grab a Michigan hard cider.
There's a new Harry Potter movie out this week. Mark, our own beast.
And whether or not he's fantastic depends on who you ask.
He's going to tell you all about it.
Behold, I am Professor Myers, and in case you're wondering what happened to Brad this week, a spell has been casted on him.
Ribbit, asshat.
But rest assured, I will take you into the realm of what's coming out of theaters this week. Opening this week is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is the latest installment in the J.K. Rowling book series. This is the story of magizoologist Newt Scamander, who on a brief stay over in New York in 1926 accidentally releases a horde of magical creatures onto the world, where action ensues between Scamander and his friends and a Muggle fanatic cult. For those of you not familiar with this storyline, it takes place 70 years before Harry Potter joined Hogwarts. This film stars Academy Award winner Eddie Redmayne and is directed by David Yates, who is no stranger to this material after helming 4 previous Harry Potter films. This sure looks like a magical joyride for all ages. We can't wait.
I won't let another one die. I refuse to bow down any longer. Time is running out. Let's just command it.
Also coming out this week is Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk from Hulk and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon director Ang Lee. This tells the story of an Iraq war hero struggling with his inner demons about what really happened on the battlefield. Next is the teen dramedy Edge of 17, about an awkward girl whose life starts to go downhill when her brother starts dating her best friend. If you like movies like Juno or Election, you may enjoy this one. And now, let's take a magical mystery tour into the future and see what's coming out next year. Coming out in 2017 is Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It is based on a French comic, Valerian and Laureline, who are 2 drats. Brad's segment is about to come up, and I have to change him back. Lardo Extremicus. Grumpy Old Manicus.
And now it's time for Brad's segment. Not that Brad. Our Brad is going to talk about the history of Harry Potter.
Oh, man. I got a real frog in my throat this morning. I have no idea what's going on. So, turns out it's been 20 years since first Harry Potter book came out. Okay, so most popular book series ever, most popular money-making movie series ever, all with the same cast. I was late coming to the Harry Potter business, even though my wife is a librarian and she stuffed the books on me. My dad, who is 30 years my senior, read all the books. I think J.K. Rowling did a great job. She absolutely got every cent we could have possibly spent on gear, books, movies, sticks. They made us buy sticks. Really? That's so awesome. I can't even believe it. Smartest marketing team ever. I think everybody loves Harry Potter. Universal Studios loves Harry Potter. They refurbed the whole place. Go to Universal Studios, they will give you the Harry Potter treatment, I'm telling you. This fella got the rights from Rowling and put out just this past year, this spring, this little 2-part play, A Cursed Child. People were chomping at the bit, so they put it in a book. Well, the book was a manuscript, and people are saying, this is a crappy book. It's because it's a play, hello? I'm very excited. I'm excited about this new movie that's come out. We originally heard about this as a book of understudy from the kids. They're all studying. It's like, did you read your book about the Fantastic Beasts? La, la, la. And sure enough, here it is. We'll see you next time.
Stay tuned for more comics, beer, and sci-fi.
Jill, I want to take a moment and acknowledge our sponsors at Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech has successfully taught HVAC technicians since 1979, and HVAC is all they do. They offer hands-on training and have 4 national certifications.
They offer field experience instructors. They have convenient schedule options.
They're centrally located in Southfield, and they have 9 classrooms, and it's a family-owned school. You know, best of all, the program is only 10.5 months long, so students can enter the workforce in less than a year.
For more information, go to northwesterntech.edu.
Here at Perrin, No Problems is more than just a beer. It's the way we brew, and it's our way of life.
I'm Andy, and I'm Mr. Fix-It for Perrin Brewing Company. There's endless amounts of work around here for me to do. It doesn't matter if it's bolts or beer, I can make it happen or not. I own 100 acres of land now, and I'm proud of that. On my land, I grow everything needed to make a beer, and it's a beautiful thing.
No Problems 15-pack available in stores now.
Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak is your favorite club destination and holiday party headquarters. Fifth Avenue's private second floor is perfect for banquets, concerts, reunions, or corporate events. Complete with multiple seating arrangements, stage, state-of-the-art audio-visual, pool, catered food and beverage packages with the best service in Metro Detroit. We can create a custom plan to fit your budget. Give your employees and guests the experience they deserve and book your event at Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak.
Welcome back to Comics, Beer, Sci-Fi.
You know, at a lot of these Comic Cons, some of the cosplayers like to dress like professional wrestlers.
Yeah, and we got a chance to talk to some of them.
Hello! This is Mark with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. I'm here with the WWF wrestlers. Who would give you the hardest, the best challenge in the fight?
Well, I'd have to say Hacksaw Jim Duggan over here.
Yeah. Why? Because he's got a weapon?
That could be part of it.
Way back in the 80s when you were relevant, what was the most challenging fight you ever had?
Oh, against that man right there, Hulk Hogan.
Well, brother, we're here because I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're probably going to get hammered, and we're probably not going to remember anything, but that's for off camera.
What is your favorite flavored Slim Jim?
Man, I gotta tell you, it's just the original.
Have you ever seen a stormtrooper before?
Oh, we could take him down.
Who recently passed away?
My father. My poor father. Oh. Whoever Undertaker fights will be in this as well.
I see that you have an imposter here posing as you. Tell me, what do you think of this imposter?
I don't charge for photos. This guy over here is charging $100 a photo. I'll do photos for free.
Bang, bang!
So if you watch our YouTube videos, you'll know Rich and Q are huge professional wrestling fans. What do you think about wrestling, Nick?
It's kind of fake, isn't it? Hey,
It's like fake to you?
Hey, yeah, Rich Q, take it.
This is Richie Rollins from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and coming live from the ONTV studios. I'm here with the creature feature, John Campbell. He's the current MWO Wrestling Champion, otherwise known as the Michigan Wrestling Organization.
I've been wrestling in this organization since 2012, but I've been wrestling full-time since 2006, so over 10 years now. But our next show is Christmas Clash, and it's going to be at the NTC Church. Check out MWOonline.net.
Alrighty,
Hey, what are you doing here? You don't know nothing about this. I'm the real wrestling fan. I should be doing this interview.
Hold up. You guys, I've seen what's been going on between you two. There's only one way to settle this, and that's right in the center of that ring. He's looking buff. He's looking tough. He's got the 2-inch pythons going, and he is ready. And his opponent is the current Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi champion, the Nature Boy, Q. And you gotta wonder if he can even make it through the ropes. And now it is time to settle it. The only way that this match can be settled. An impression off. Richie, you are the challenger. I give you none other than The Rock.
Listen here, jabroni. I'm gonna take that title belt, and I'm gonna turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it up your candy ass. If you can smell what The Rock is cooking.
All right, champ. I'm gonna give you the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, Mad Dog, the Macho Man is in the house, ready to bring on the Macho Madness. Me and Miss Elizabeth are gonna come down the aisle. We're gonna go to the top rope. We're gonna drop the elbow. The Macho Man. Oh yeah.
I think the winner of the Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi title for their impersonation is none other than Mad Dog for his Danny Davis impersonation.
Well, Hogan, I guess we're just gonna have to come together as the Mega Powers one more time. Oh yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, welcome to Able Ideas.
Where ideas come to life.
Come on in.
Here at Able Ideas in Detroit, we bring ideas to life. Whether it's a logo, a design, or a full-blown graphic novel, we have an experienced staff of artists, writers, models, and photographers ready to make your dream a reality. So if you're ready to see your vision brought to life, go to ableideas.com.
You see over there? That proves my point perfectly. That's what girls are looking for these days. The loud, obnoxious party boy. But over there, that's what women are looking for. The strong, confident guy with a career.
So what you're saying is girls like $80,000 worth of beer-soaked debt, and smart women appreciate a hardworking, skilled tradesman?
Exactly.
Fact. Heating and cooling tradesmen are in demand. Go to Northwestern Tech and become an HVAC tradesman in 10.5 months.
Welcome back to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Do you bleed?
Last week was the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Big Louie. Hope you had a smashing time. And Nick got a chance to talk to him. He was pretty pumped up about it.
I'm here with the Incredible Hulk himself, Mr. Lou Ferrigno. Mr. Ferrigno, tell us, what do you like about coming to these shows?
Well, it's a connection with the fan. They put a smile on my face, I put a smile on their face. I have my picture, they take a photo op, they have panels, I get a chance to talk to them. And also they support me when I do movies, my box office, and my TV crew.
Now, as I mentioned, I've read your book, and you were into comic books as a kid yourself. Is that true? Did you used to read the Hulk when you were a kid?
Very much as be like Superman, Spider-Man. I was fascinated with power. And the Hulk was my favorite character because I was the Hulk my whole life. I was bullied a lot, so I used to escape reading these different comic books.
How do you like how they're handling the Hulk character in the new Avengers films?
Great, he can't sign autographs, but I can.
That's true.
Yeah, but also they use my voice, so I know how he thinks and feels, and that's why it's still the biggest franchise today.
Rob from Michigan's largest gaming and comic book store is going to tell us about the new releases this week. And if you want to find out more, you can go to gobretail.com.
Hi, I'm Rob from GOB Retail.
Hey, Casey coming at you from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
And today we're talking about this week's #1 picks for comics. All right, first up today we've got Marvel's all-new Wolverine, number 14, X-23. She is under arrest for the potential murder of about a dozen innocent civilians taken in by S.H.I.E.L.D., but she swears it's not her.
Well, thinking that she's Wolverine's daughter, illegitimate or clone-wise, Laura Kinney has her own problems, and she has daddy issues. She's got his temperament, but she's got one advantage over her dad. She has claws that come out of her feet, not just her hands.
That's true, and S.H.I.E.L.D. right now, and this is doing research to find out who or what is after her, because that adamantium body apparently doesn't protect her from mind control. Pretty interesting story. I suggest you give it a look. All right, next up for Marvel, I've got Thanos #1, a new story about the Mad Titan. I don't know too much about this one yet, but it seemed interesting.
Thanos is probably going to have a reunion with his Mad Titan family.
That's right.
And if that's the case, it'll give us an inside look at Thanos. We'll see his...
what makes him tick, basically.
Soft side or
his harder side. We're not really quite sure.
Depends on how he gets along with his family.
That's true. I definitely give it a look if you want to know anything more. You know, Thanos has been sort of a background character in a lot of the Marvel movies so far.
Well, he's a pain in the butt for the Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely them, and he's also a pain in the butt for the Avengers.
Might be worth taking a look at our Infinity Gauntlet obsessed Titan.
Totally excited about this one, man. Finally, Batman is taking the fight to Bane.
That's right, Batman number 11 of the 2016 series. He's got his own version of the Suicide Squad, Catwoman, but more importantly, he's going to Santa Prisca to face Bane.
But he's looking for Psycho Pirate.
Yes.
So he's on a mission because he needs Psycho Pirate to save somebody's life. Bane doesn't care.
No.
And let's see which Suicide Squad members are going to help Batman escape Santa Prisca. Or defeat Bane, whatever it is he's there for. But Bane's got an army.
Or betray him, given that he didn't exactly take them all on good terms. Definitely one I've been looking forward to. Give this one a look.
But thanks for watching this edition of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi at the GOB in Clawson on 14 Mile. Come check this store out. I can never get enough of it. See you next week.
Thanks for watching Comics, Beer, Sci-Fi.
Stay tuned for more.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for 1 medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, but we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
You're watching Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Yo!
All right, well, we decided to let Sarah out of the studio this week, and she is at Off-World Arcade to play some vintage video games. Check it out.
Hey guys, we're taking a break from talking about what's new and upcoming in the video game world to throw back to some nostalgia arcade games. We're here with Don Beam, the owner and think tank of Off-World Arcade over here at Checker Bar in Detroit tonight. How did you even come across all of these beautiful arcade units?
Well, I've been collecting arcade games for about 2 years now. I started with just the Burger Time cabinet that's right behind me over here. I got it for $200 on Craigslist, and it was broken when I got it. And I took the time to learn how to repair it, and I was like, well, all right, I fixed this one, I'm gonna go get another one and fix that one. And before I knew it, I had 65 games. So I filled up my garage, and then I had to rent a storage facility to store them all in, and then I was like, what am I gonna do with all these games? And I figured, well, since they're just sitting here, people might want to enjoy playing them. So I met the guys at the Checker Bar. They treated me like family since day one, and they were like, hey, let's have a game night and let's have a big party where people come out and play games. And we've been going strong for 2 years ever since.
You also run this with your wife, Mallory, right?
Yep. My wife, Mallory, she works the door. She's been helping me out. She's been supportive since day one, and she continues to be the backbone of the small business that we run.
Steve, how long have you been coming to visit the Off-World Arcade?
It's been over a year or two now. I know that they used to be in Corktown at the old abandoned school, and I used to go there, and I was like, this is great, but if you added a bar area, it might be a little bit better. And back then, we had to drive over there. It's right next to my apartment now, so every month I come over for at least an hour or so. I'm a mobile developer, and I try to make games myself as well. So I actually come here for a lot of inspiration outside of that.
We're here with David, the owner of Checker Bar. Hey, David, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. My favorite night of the month.
What kind of brought you towards this idea of having an arcade kind of take over for the night?
Well, part of the Checker Bar's philosophy was to be a neighborhood bar, to keep stuff original. And what's more original than an arcade and having a fun night like an arcade?
I had so much fun here tonight at Off-World Arcade at Checker Bar in Detroit. Make sure that you check them out next time, and we'll see you again soon.
Well, you never know what you're going to run into here at Fantasticon, and we almost got run into by a 1985 DeLorean. Take it from Darth Vader, from the planet Vulcan.
Thanks, guys. Hi, I'm Joe Johnson with your Hollywood Car Minute, and I'm here with Mike Bilski, who has one of my all-time favorite movie cars, the Back to the Future DeLorean. What can you tell me about the work that went into building this beautiful car?
13 years ago, I bought the car. It needed a ton of mechanical work. I've been collecting the parts and the props that whole time. It took me, by myself, probably 3 weekends to bolt everything down. I had a lot of reference photos. I had a lot of help from other builders online and over the phone, stuff like that.
So you're telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Yeah, much to my wife's dismay, I did.
So what I love about this car, you didn't buy it as is. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into this car.
Talk about a lot more tears, a little bit of blood, a little bit of sweat.
Have you taken it up to 88 miles an hour yet just to see what happens?
No. I know what'll happen. The front tires will probably fall off, and
if the time machine was functional, have you thought about what would you do with it first? Would you go to the past? Would you go to the future? What would you do with it?
I'd probably go back and stop myself from buying it. I'd probably do the Biff thing. I'm not gonna lie. I got.
You have the almanac, right?
I have an almanac.
All right, Mike. Pleasure meeting you. Thanks for showing us your car.
No problem.
And thank you for watching this Hollywood Car Minute. Back to you guys.
Well, Back to the Future is not the only great time travel movie. Another classic just made it onto Blu-ray, and Richie's going to tell you all about it, along with a few other picks.
Woo! It's great to be back in the studio. And with Black Friday right around the corner, we have some major Blu-ray releases coming out. First up is the Pixar sequel, Finding Dory, which is now the biggest animated film of all time. The movie is being released in a 4-disc Ultimate Collector's Edition, including Blu-ray, 3D, DVD, and digital copy. This will make the perfect gift for animation fans of any age.
Sea lions, they are natural predators. They could pounce at any moment.
Mate, don't you worry. Get off the road! Get off the road! Don't you worry about a thing.
Game of Thrones is coming off its 6th and perhaps the best season. Now you can watch all the twists, turns, sex, violence, swords, and dragons over and over with this Blu-ray set. In the lead up to Rogue One next month, Lucasfilm is re-releasing The Force Awakens in a 4-disc collector's edition that includes 3D transfer, audio commentary from J.J. Abrams, deleted scenes, and a boatload of bonus features. Last up is the delightful 1979 sci-fi fantasy Time After Time by the Wrath of Khan director Nicholas Meyer. It stars Malcolm McDowell as H.G. Wells, who travels into the future to track down Jack the Ripper.
HG, it's checkmate, and you've lost again.
Happy hunting on those Black Friday deals, and remember to be careful out there. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Gobble, gobble. Really? Gobble, gobble. Who writes this stuff? It's so late.
Thank you, Richie. Well, that brings us to another episode of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
And thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you to our sponsors, Northwestern Tech.
And we will see you next week. Are you going to get out and see that new Harry Potter movie?
You know I love magic. Nicholas, Moronicus, American Expresses. Go find me Action Comics #1.
This is Mad Dog Butch for Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and I am your new champion. This is one of the greatest moments of my life. I'm so excited. I'm gonna defend this belt 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from now on. Anybody that wants a shot, oh crap.